So Verstappen and Hamilton at Copse, huh? So I think there's a general consensus on the internet by now is Verstappen's apex would have been a lane outside of the actual apex, leaving a car's width for Lewis, and Lewis just overshoots the corner, which is understandable. I don't think it was deliberate, of course. It's just that arrows taking off of his car, being around another car, and also it's the first lap, his tires and timing isn't dialed in, but I think it's a mistake nonetheless. But something people keep bringing up that I don't think is getting enough pushback is people are saying if you penalize the inside driver, then the outside driver is always going to be the favorite in the corners, and it's going to start getting predictable because whoever's on the outside coming to the braking zone is always going to be able to complete the overtake. First of all, I don't even think that's true. Like, even in the most competitive overtakes throughout the past couple of seasons, I don't think that the outside or the inside is, like, objectively favorable in all scenarios. It just depends on the scenario. I think they're both competitive lanes to be in. And so, if you don't penalize anyone at all, even if you just keep letting the outside driver keep getting spun out like this, then that doesn't solve the problem, because then people are going to be like, I don't want to get spun out, so I'm going to only overtake on the inside from now on. And so it's the same problem. People are just going to go to the inside lane on the corners, and the outside driver is always going to yield, and it's going to be predictable, just like the other way. So it doesn't solve any problems, so I don't know why people are advocating for that. It leads me to believe that people have a problem with outside overtakes for some reason. And people keep saying that the inside driver should get the racing line, get the honors of the racing line. That doesn't even make any sense to me. The point of the racing line is to increase your radius of curvature, because you can go faster along a larger radius of curvature, right? And so if you think about that, then of course going into Copse, this high-speed corner, of course Lewis pinched at the inside is going to have a disadvantage because his radius is so much smaller at the edge of his grip level. It shouldn't be a surprise to people that the outside lane is favorable, and people are saying that the laws of physics dictate that your car is going to wash up into the other car, so the outside car should be more forgiving, because that's what the laws of physics are dictating. That doesn't make sense to me either, because, like, why bring up the laws of physics when it's the same laws of physics that, like, dictate how your brake pedal works? Do you see what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Racing a car, especially around an arbitrary race circuit, is all about resisting your inertia, and you can't just say, oh, the laws of physics, I just washed up into you there, buddy. You can't just say that every time. You have to be able to manage your brake and steering inputs as a race car driver. So, like, what should the rule be? I think the rule should be just leave a car's width of space wherever you are, whether you're the inside driver or the outside driver. And if you're not going to make the corner, then don't try and make the corner, because you're just going to cause an accident. In other words, all the time, you have to leave the space. I don't think that's controversial, and I don't see why people are overthinking it this much.